Can't get that SRX Firewall to ping? That's no problem at all. Just turn it into a router. Welcome to JR Network Tech. I'm JR, and I'm coming at you with a Juniper how-to video. In today's video, we're going to see how we can turn an SRX Firewall into a pure router in just 4 simple commands. Before we get started though, I want to ask you to please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss a single piece of new content. Now, let's get to talking about SRX firewalls. Now, if you're studying for a Juniper certification, or you're just trying to lab up some features and practice your routing protocols and other, nice, good things, stuff like that, then chances are you probably went on eBay and you purchased a used SRX firewall because they're so cheap on eBay. Or maybe you've managed to get your hands on a SRX firewall from Juniper that you can spin up in a virtual environment and perhaps even put it on an emulator like GNS3 or something similar. Well, however way you got it, you have an SRX. And you're so excited, you go through all your configurations, you put your host name on there, you configure your interfaces with IP addresses, you connect everything up to other devices, you get your routing protocols going on, and you're all set and ready to start doing stuff. But then, nothing happens. Now you get into troubleshooting mode. You're trying to figure out what's wrong. Maybe your configurations are wrong. Maybe your IP addresses are wrong. And then finally, you go to start pinging, and all your pings drop. You don't even have basic IP connectivity. Well, the reason why this is happening is because your SRX device is a firewall, which means that it drops stuff. By default, it's going to block and drop, and that's how it works out of the box. It's just doing what it's supposed to do. It's just being what it is. Right about now, you're probably thinking, man, I just wasted my money. But I'm here to tell you, no, you did not waste your money. We just have to turn that SRX firewall into a pure router. And that's exactly what we're going to do in 4 easy commands. Let's get into this equipment and see what's going on. Now, if we take a look at our topology here, we have a SRX device right here, and it's directly connected to a Cisco router. And we're not doing anything fancy here. There's nothing complicated. It's connected on the 192.168.1.0 network with a /30 subnet mask. So for all you networking students out there, that means that it is a point-to-point connection. So there's nothing complicated, super simple, a regular point-to-point connection here. Now, just to show you that I don't have anything up my sleeve, we're going to go into the Juniper device, and I'm just going to do a show interfaces terse. Gotta love that Juniper OS command line stuff. And notice we have our SRX device configured on the GE000.0 interface, and we got to configure it with an address of 192.168.1.1 with a /30 subnet mask. So that's how we have our Juniper device configured. Let's jump over to our Cisco device. I'm going to show you that there's nothing up my sleeve here either. So we're going to do a show IP interface brief. And notice here on the gigabit Ethernet 0/0, we have the IP address of 192.168.1.2. And that's pretty much as simple as it gets. And this interface is no shutted, so it's on, it's up, and it's active. Notice it says up and up. So we should be ready to go. We should have basic IP connectivity with 2 directly connected interfaces inside of the device. So is that what we get? Can we do stuff now? Let's see. Let's ping our Juniper device. We're going to ping 192.168.1.1, and let's see what happens. If this is working right, it should go through, but wait a second. It's not going through. Look at that. The success rate is 0%. All of our pings dropped. Let's see if we have the same issue on the Juniper device. So let's do a ping 192.168.1.2. That's our Cisco device. We're going to do a ping rapid, and let's see what happens. Nothing happened. 100% packet loss. This is not good. This is not what we want. but it's exactly what we expected because the Juniper SRX is a firewall. So it drops stuff. It blocks stuff. That's what it does out of the box. It's just being an SRX. It's doing what it's supposed to do. But we're going to change that. And we're going to do it in 4 simple commands. Now, real quick, before we make any changes, I just want to show you exactly what it is that we're going to be changing. Let's go to Show Security Flow Status. And I want you to take a look under the first section there. That's the flow forwarding mode. Notice it says flow-based, drop, drop for all these categories here. Now that is not what we want to see if we want this thing to function as a pure router. So let's go ahead and change it. Here we go. We're going to go to Edit to enter configuration mode. And our first command is going to be delete security. Now I know what you're thinking already. Why on earth would you want to delete security on a firewall? That's the last thing you want to do. Well, it's a lab. We're going to do it anyway. Delete security is our first command. Our second command, command number 2, is going to be set security forwarding options family MPLS mode packet-based. That was our second command. Command number 3 is set security forwarding options family ISO mode packet-based. And command number 4 is going to be set security forwarding options family iNet 6 mode packet-based. All right, and those are our 4 commands. So let's go ahead and do a commit and quit. And that's going to bring us back out. And now, is this going to work the way we want it to? Let's find out. Let's ping our Cisco device. We're going to do a ping 192.168.1.2, and let's see what happens. Look at that. Our pings are going through. Awesome. Let's do a ping rapid. And look at that. 0% packet loss. Wonderful. Can we do the same on the Cisco device? Let's give it a try. Look at that. We pinged 192.168.1.1, which is our Juniper device. And look at that. It's working. Success rate is 100%. I couldn't have said it better myself. And I think we are done with this video. So, in conclusion, I just want to stress, and I can't stress this enough, that this is a really good way of turning your firewall into a router so that you can practice routing and other features in a lab. Please don't do this in production unless your boss tells you to. Because chances are, if you're in a production environment and they're using SRX firewalls, they're probably using them as firewalls. They probably want those firewalls to function as firewalls. So please do this for the lab. Now, in production, there's a variety of ways that you can get traffic to flow in and out of and through a Juniper SRX firewall. You can configure options, based on, security zone, based on flow, based on interfaces, based on policies and protocols. There's a lot of granular stuff you can do that are way beyond the scope of this video, so we're not even going to talk about it. But all you need to know for now, for the purposes of this video, is that you can turn a Juniper SRX firewall into a pure router. And that is exactly what we did in just 4 easy commands. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single bit of new content. I'm JR, this is JR Network Tech, and I'll see you in the next video.